so bhari ride. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nobody can teach anything to anybody. We have to learn. Therefore, to learn, we should be eager to learn. And those who want to learn, even God cannot stop them from learning. So, the responsibility squarely lies in us, not in God, not in Guru. Bhagwan Shankaracharya says there are 4 types of students. One is Uttam Adhikari. He who is able to comprehend in one go. Are you all able to hear me? Okay. Even if you don't hear, doesn't matter. There is something wrong with your mic. It is making coo, coo, coo. Maybe he doesn't like my melodious voice. So, one type of student is you reduce the treble and brass to 0. Make it 0, and now it is okay. So, those who are able to comprehend in one go, they are Uttam Adhikari, best student. Second is Madhyam Adhikari. They require lot of efforts. Then only they are able to understand. The third, Adham Adhikari. Anything you tell, they just can't understand. 3. Fourth. So first is Uttam, Madhyam, Adham. And fourth is Adhamadham. The worst kind of student. Who is he? He who understands exactly opposite. See? So, whatever I am talking, how much you understand depends on which category you belong. See? So, we have to learn from our experiences. I tell you how I learn. This example I have given in a number of my talks. It is very simple to understand. There was something growing on my big toe, like a strawberry, red color, small thing was growing on my toe. So, after my lecture, people come and clean their hands to my feet. Nobody does namaskar. When they have washed their hands, Swamiji, they show it is love, it is not love. They make it a towel out of it. So, He came and did namaskar. And he said, Swamiji, what is happening? What is growing on your toe? I said, it is a wisdom toe. Foolish people get wisdom tooth. Wise people get wisdom toe. He said, this is not a matter of joke. It is not good. If it grows, it will be troublesome. You should remove it. I said, okay, I'll remove it. He said, I am doctor. I can do it for you. I said, all right. I went with him. Sat like this on the chair, put my foot on the stool. He gave local anesthesia. And after 10-15 minutes, he took the rubber hammer and hit. He said, how do you feel? I said, I am feeling emotional. He said, no, not like that. On that toe, how do you feel? I said, which toe? He said, that means you are not feeling anything. I said, maybe. He said, now you can watch the operation. So he took the scalpel and next to that growth he cut. And then whatever he has to remove, he removed it. He said, you are lucky, in one go it has come out completely. And it was bleeding. I saw that. And then he started stitching also. That also I saw. But no pain. That day I declared, I am a great yogi. Nothing happens to me when something happens to my body for half an hour. After half an hour, oh God, oh, do something, do something. See? Then I had to take the painkillers. See? You know what is a painkiller? Which kills you without pain. So, that day I realized what I am telling you. When my toe was under anesthesia, that time my toe was in meditation. The mind was withdrawn from the toe, and therefore pain was not experienced. So, what is the conclusion of this investigation? All experiences happen only in the mind. No experience happens to the body. See? How simple it is. Now we take care of our body. Figure ki fikar. Isn't it? So we do work by the body and we take care of the body. So in other words, we work on the body and we work by the body. Working by the body is working to conduct the business of our life. Like you have come here, working by the body. Then what is working on the body? We go for running to reach nowhere. We do exercise. We lift the weight lift it, lift it, put it down, lift it. Why are you doing like this? No, I am doing exercise. Exercise is done for keeping the body healthy. So two principles. One principle, we work by the body. Second principle, if we want to use the body must be healthy. So we have to look after the health of the body also, is it not? If this is clear. Now, if all experiences are happening in our mind, have we ever taken care of our mind? With body, it is easier to understand. Your mic is not good today. So, the body you can see work. Work on the body that you can understand. See? Now, what is working by the mind and what is working on the mind? See? Working by the body we understand. You walked here, came here, sat here, working by the body. Working on the body, go for exercise. Now try to find out what is working by the mind and what is working on the mind? Can you think of? Tell what is working by the mind and what is working on the mind. Nobody taught us. See? Neither our parents teach us how to think, nor our schools, colleges, nobody teaches us how to think. Everything we have to learn. See? But when it comes to thinking, we imagine because thoughts come in my mind, therefore I am a thinker. How to think? See, friends, therefore, we have to be clear about these two things. What is the meaning of working by the mind and working on the mind? We will start working on this only if we are convinced that everything is happening only to the mind. Nothing happens to the body. Nothing happens. Like when he cut my toe to the body, nothing happened. But when again mind occupied that area, it became painful. So where is every experience happening? Only in the mind. Now what is the meaning of working by the mind? Working by the mind is default settings. Anything we see, we have to comment. Anything we hear, we have to give suggestion. Whether somebody asks us or not, we have to talk. See? Then your default settings. I should not say, but you are looking very dumb. Arre? When you know I should not say, why don't you keep your mouth shut? See? And then afterwards we regret. I should not have said like that. Why did you do that? Because you are working by the mind. You have never worked on the mind. See, friends, when you chanted that, ye karniyam, wo na karniyam, see? So we have to work on the mind. Are you clear about it? Now, what is the meaning of working on the mind? So we also must know, first step, don't complain about the mind. Most of the people who come to us, they have only complain about the mind. Now, my mind runs here and there, what should I do? You also run. Give company to that. But why my mind runs? You should know. How can I know? See, first step, working on the mind. Stop complaining about the mind. See, no complaints. Second thing, we struggle that there should not be any thoughts in the mind. Keep quiet. That is not right. Many people who follow this yoga, they have this problem. Yogaha chittavritti nirodha. There should not be thoughts in the mind. Keep quiet. Hold. Sampradnyat samadhi, asampradnyat samadhi. And the more you try, the more mind becomes violent. And then we try to find out because of whom I am disturbed. See? Why you are living that side all the time? You are looking that side, you want to do something? Hmm? Then look at me. When you look there, I feel jealous. People don't look at me, looking at others. Your mind is disturbed. So, we have to clearly understand Number one, whatever we have given importance to, that becomes the cause of disturbance in our mind. See, like I have given importance that you should listen to me. No, he was not listening. So, that importance which I have given, that has caused a disturbance in my mind. Is it not? See, if I remain indifferent, I will not be disturbed. Get this point across. So, whatever we have given importance, that becomes the source of disturbance in the mind. So if I have given importance to something or somebody, I have to stop, delete that importance. See? Like, for example, in many places, ashrams it is written, keep silence. And if there is little bit disturbance, then there is agitation. See? Therefore, working on the mind means becoming aware because of whom or because of what we are disturbed. See? If there is some kind of, let's take, natural calamity in our country, it will immediately affect us, is it not? If the natural calamity is somewhere which we do not know, see, in Finland there was a big accident. Accidents happen these days. We become philosophers. But when a bicycle hits a person and the bicycle breaks, it becomes a big news because we have given importance to something. So the first step to work on the mind is stop giving importance to others. See? Now second thing. Mind has two aspects. One is perception. Second is projection. See? Like I am seeing you, perception. Projection is what? Whether you are listening or not. And if you are not listening, then that projection aspect will disturb me. See? Now take a simple example. How many people we see in the world? So many. It doesn't disturb us. See? One fabricated example I tell you. There was one young boy like you, anyone, lonely, feeling frustrated, not getting a job. Then he went to a temple somewhere out of the way, Shiva temple, and standing before Lord Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And that very moment, some girl comes behind and rings the bell. Tan. So he looks behind. When I am doing the prayer and requesting God to do something for me, that very time this girl comes and gives a tan bell. Is it a message for me from God? Maybe he's suggesting me something. And then that girl comes and asks, excuse me, how far is Meddenhally from here? She is talking also to me. I think there is a message. First, perception. Thereafter, projection. And then your mind will start creating so many imaginary thoughts that you cannot drop that object. See? Therefore, if we halt at perception and do not allow projection to happen, you are working on the mind. When you see anything only once, there won't be any impression on the mind. But when you repeat it, who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Repetition. Impression is formed. And then that impression becomes the cause of disturbance in the mind. See, friends. And therefore, now we have to clearly control the mind. See. So, what should be the quality of our mind? Our mind should be like a mirror. Now, what is the mirror? Which reflects everything that comes in front. No choice. If it is a flame which comes in front of the mirror, there is a reflection of flame in the mirror. But that reflected flame does not burn the mirror. If it is the reflection of the water, it doesn't wet the mirror. And the mirror doesn't oppose anything. Three qualities. But at the same time, doesn't get influenced by anything which is reflected in the mirror. And therefore, mirror does not have past. Mirror does not have history. See? In England, there is one church, very old church. So my friend took me, Swami, this is a very old church. All the people come and see that. So okay, we'll go. So, so many, the statues lying down below this grave, this person is lying. This below this grave, this person. So I was walking through the graveyard. And then some corner there was small mirror. So I was looking into the mirror. Swamiji, what are you seeing? I said, I am seeing how many people have seen in this mirror. I was trying to search. Swami, what are you talking? I said, because it is such an old church, so many people must have seen in the mirror, so they must be somewhere. See? Mirror does not have history. Mirror lives in utter present. Mirror does not project in the future. So what should be the working on the mind? Let us keep our mind like a mirror. Be attentive. And in fact, our mind is like a mirror, but we don't know. And therefore we suffer. All suffering is because of ignorance. Ignorance is incomplete knowledge. Ignorance is not absence of knowledge. Knowledge cannot be absent. Knowledge could be incomplete. See? So how our mind and mirror are the same? No, find out. We are working on the mind, don't forget. See? Now I am seeing you all. Where that knowledge is happening, you are seeing everything here. Where that knowledge is happening. Am I seeing you where you are? Or am I seeing you in my mind? Whether you are seeing all these things where they are, or you are seeing them in your mind. You are seeing in your mind, is it not? Now, how an object is seen by the eyes? The object is reflected through the lens on the retina, right? It is caught by the mind, which is bathing in the light of consciousness. And therefore, what we see is only the images. We don't see the object. So if the image in the mirror does not influence the mirror, how can this world influence us? Think. You are grown up students, therefore I am telling you this. When I spoke to the girls in that school, it was a different topic. See? Now you are going to create problems in the world because you will be going in the world. See, friends, now work on it. What we are experiencing is only the virtual reality, not the actual. And virtual reality appears doesn't exist. When we add data to our laptop, does it become heavy? And when we delete, does it become light? When I am seeing 100 of you, is it heavy for my vision? If you become 1,000, will it be more weight for my vision? If you all disappear, is there any loss to me? Like a mirror. Think, my friends. Then why this happens? Because we have given importance. Nobody can help us in this. We have to work on ourselves. See? And when we thus come to recognize this is how the mind works, then our understanding about the mind will help us in interacting with the world. Now, what will be that? See? When an actor is acting on the stage, see, I am a good actor. When I was acting on a stage, my role was I was tortured, I was persecuted, I was beaten, and the story was developed in such a manner that the whole audience psyche was built up sympathy for me, the actor, the role that I was playing. And then when I was crying and I was tortured and abused on the stage, so I was crying. All the audience, they also got identified with me. They also started crying. And you know, when the ladies cry, they don't wipe their eyes, they wipe their nose. They take out their tissue paper. People ask us any question, any question. In one place, they ask me this question: Swamiji, why they wipe their tears in the nose? As you ask them, no, we can't ask them. You know everything. You are a Swami. You tell us. I said, because if they use the tissue paper and wipe their eyes, the eyelashes will go away. They are also fixed. They are not original. See? So when the audience is crying, what goes on in my mind? Arey Dumbo, I am paid to cry fake. You are paying and crying really? It is just a drama. Life is a drama, friends. If you are walking spiritual path and you are serious, you are going the wrong way. See? Take life lightly in the light of wisdom. See? And when you are relaxed, no worries, then our Mahamantra will come to your help. Life is a time pass. Means what? Whenever we do whatever, we want to achieve something. See? But if you lead your life as time pass, you will do everything, but you will not be worried about what I get, what I don't get. The joy is in action. The joy is not from action. See? Once a person asked me on some airport, they met me, Swamiji, how come you are here? I said, by default. Um, I am your fan. I said, then keep moving. Are you sure or not? Then he said, I am always surprised. You keep on moving around the world, giving talks, but people don't change. Don't you feel bad about it? You talk, but people don't change. I said, am I mad? I don't want them to change. They should continue to be miserable. So my market is maintained. See? Doctors never like healthy people. They are all the time praying to the Lord. Sarve bhavantu roginaha, sarve bhavantu roginaha. See? See, my friends, don't take life too seriously. Then why I am moving and giving talks all over? Time pass. Because when you want to achieve something, you are under tension. If you are just leading life, live beautifully, cheerfully. Even if you get, so what? If you don't get, never mind. Next time. See, the benefit of being Hindu is, if you can't achieve anything in this life, next time, never mind. Agla jalme. But if you have got only one life, then you are gone. See? Therefore, working on the mind means do not allow the doership to pop up. See? So when we play with the kids, we are grown-ups. So the child is concerned over winning. But we are playing for fun. See the difference. And therefore we enjoy. But the child is tense. I want to win over Swamiji. I will win. See? Therefore, when we are working, we are to understand we are solely responsible for all the disturbances in the mind. Nobody can disturb us if we don't cooperate with the disturbances. See. Then, one more point about the mind. If you go to the doctor, eye doctor, and tell him, Doctor Saab, when I open my eyes, I can see everything perfectly well. He will say, why you have come, get away. We go to the ENT doctor. ENT, you know, they catch your ear and ask you to pay through nose. If you don't pay, they cut your throat. ENT. So you go to the ENT and tell him, Doctor Saab, I can hear properly. Why you have come, get away. So seeing by the eyes is natural, hearing by the ear is natural. Therefore, thinking is natural for the mind. Why worry? See? Now, then what is the problem? Be very attentive. It's a very deep subject. Be very, very attentive. Thoughts are not problem. Then the flow of thought is a problem. Like in Rishikesh, Varanasi, anywhere, we go and take bath in Ganges. Comfortable, no problem. But when the Ganges are in floods and the water is flowing with tremendous speed, and then you try to take bath there, you are not carried away by the water, you are carried away by the flow of water, is it not? How simple it is? In the same manner, thoughts are not the problem. Flow of thought is a problem. And how the flow of thought happens? When the theme is something finite, then one thought breeds the next thought. For example, I get up in the morning early and then I want a cup of tea. So I had to go and stay in so many houses. Every house is unique. Every have got their own confusions. So I get up in the morning as usual, but all the people in that house, they are the descendants of Kumbhakarna. So then I think, I had to go and have a cup of tea. I have to go, if I go in the kitchen, it will make noise, it will disturb them. But why they didn't keep it here? Oh. So what is the theme? A cup of tea is a finite object. Then whenever the theme is finite, it will breed thoughts. See? And that thought breeding creates a flow of thoughts. And we get carried away by that. This is what happens with many students, many people. They go on imagining one of go, and they go and dash. Like you must have seen, they will be watching the phone, walking and dash somewhere. Get carried away by that. Then what is to be done? First, recognize thoughts are not problem. Flow of thought is the problem. So what should be done? Arrest the flow of thoughts. So if the finite themes create a flow of thoughts, what should be done? Make the infinite as the theme of your mind or theme of your thought. This experience keep in your mind. I'll explain you what is this experience. When when the light is there, your mind was moving from one object to another object. Sometime camera, sometime mic, sometime chair, sometime Baba. But when it was darkness, darkness is infinite. Therefore, be very attentive. Therefore, you were seeing, but there was nothing to see. And therefore, a seer was not born. Seeing without seer is God. Words are finite. And if the theme is finite, the mind will have a tremendous flow of thoughts. So, make the theme infinite. Now, what is infinite? Infinite is silence. So, make silence as the theme of your mind. Two ways. Number one, don't talk to yourself. For next 2 minutes, don't talk to yourself. Stop. Now see what has happened. What did I tell you? Don't talk to yourself. Did I tell you don't talk among yourself? I didn't tell. When you don't talk to yourself, you don't want to talk to others also. You enter silence. Silence is infinite. As a result, thought flow is not formed. This process is working on the mind. At this moment, observe your own mind. You are at peace, your body is steady, your breathing is slow and shallow, and most important thing, at this moment, you are nobody. I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am here, I am there. None of them. So, first technique to arrest the flow of thoughts is don't allow the sounds to be born. Therefore, don't talk to yourself. But the sounds are not only coming from us, they also come from outside. Then what to do? Listen to silence, meaning remain indifferent to the sounds. Now, these two things together, do it again next 2 minutes. Don't talk to yourself and be indifferent to all the sounds. Begin. Stop. When we practice this on a regular basis, not 1 hour, start with short, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, but in a day, 3, 4 times. Suppose you are practicing 2 minutes and 5 times a day, 2 minutes, it becomes 10 minutes. Like a child start walking, like 2 steps, he falls down. Again he gets another 2 steps. There is no hurry. When you start doing it, slowly, slowly, you will catch the tricks of the mind. And the tricks of the mind are like any one of us. We don't want to die. Mind also doesn't want to die. So, for not dying, what do? We eat food. What is the food for the mind? Food for the mind is past memories and future worries. Arrest the mind. See, my friends, and this can be done by everybody. And for the success or failure, we are responsible, nobody else. See? Maximum energy we waste because of unwanted talking. But that doesn't mean I am observing moon. No. Talk when necessary, but not unnecessary. No. Never observe that moon with a tape on your mouth. Is called in scriptures Gira Maunam hi Balanam is for children, not for the seekers of truth. But many people do it. One example I'll tell you. In Haridwar it happened. We were going somewhere with my friend. He says, Swami, in this ashram, there is a big Mahatma. Should we go and take darshan? I said, come. I had no problem. So we went. There was a secretary. Secretary said, no, Maharaji is on Maunam. He doesn't talk to anybody. Go away. So, okay, I'll go away. So me and my friend walked away. He came again running. Wait. Maharaji called you. I said, how can he call? He doesn't talk. Don't argue. I said, all right, I'll come. So I went. Then I told my friend, hello, let's go and meet him. No, he cannot come. You only go. I said, enjoy, I am going for a sacrifice. So I went there. And he was a big Mahatma. Mahatma means, Mahanasti Atma Udaram Yasya Samartha. Huge personality on a huge sofa sitting with paper, pencil, everything. And I am a plastic brand, so they give me a plastic chair. So I sat there. Then he wrote, what is your name? So I wrote Garbadananda. Then second question, where are you from? So something I have to write, Vrindavan. Third question, where are you staying in Haridwar? So I wrote something. When I did it, then I clicked myself. Come on, I am not observing mouth. Why I am not talking? See, when you ask the question, I can talk. But I was replying only in writing. And when I realized that although I can talk, I am not talking, therefore I laughed. He also realized that. He also laughed. Then I asked him a question. Maharaj, in silence, laughing is allowed? See, friends, don't get into that kind of thing. When required, do talk. But unnecessary talking is tremendous wastage of energy. When all these points put together is working on the mind. See? And when our instrument is sharp, then only you can perform the operations properly. If our instruments are dull, all the time in the Shambhavi Mudra, what happened? Nothing. No. You have to be bright, brilliant. Then life becomes fun. Then you can really celebrate life. Presently, we are calibrating life. What will I get if I do this thing? No. Celebrate every moment. Give it a try and be happy. Now, will you promise me one thing? Repeat what I say. Put your right hand on your left heart. Everybody knows where is the heart? On your heart. Not I shall never complain. I shall not talk to anybody unnecessarily. I shall be always happy. This is the Guru Dakshina you are giving me. Okay? Now, if you become miserable, that will hurt me. Do you want to hurt me? Of course. See, friends, life is fulfilled when you are happy. Give it a try. It's not difficult. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ